Right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all glory, all praises, and honor unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and as always, peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and the society that's pushing this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. I'm the brother Yara from the branch Great Millstone, Gary, Indiana camp, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua. And as you can see, the title of this lesson, reveal U.S. water likely to contain more forever chemicals than, them people test shows, because I don't know if they might clip the video for it, but you know what I'm talking about, man. And, reading this article alone, the title of this article alone is one of the many reasons why this devil must be taken out of power, man. One of the many reasons why he must be put into captivity. Because what did the Lord say real quick? The elect's sake. Mark 13 and 20. And except that the Lord have shortened those days, no flesh should be saved. Before before the elect's sake, whom he have chosen, he shall shorten the days. So the Lord said, if he hadn't shortened the days, and boy oh boy, the Lord is definitely shortening days. As you can see, time is flying, it's speeding up, because that let us know that we almost out of here. But the Lord said, if he have not shortened the days, no flesh shall be saved. Because look what this devil doing. And I believe that that forever chemical, it goes back to it's one of the compounds found in Teflon, which means this shit is everywhere, man. And in Teflon, it makes the non-stick pots that we use to cook our food in. You know what I'm saying? So Lord knows, and even if you don't have, Teflon material at your crib, hey, the restaurants you may go out to eat at may have those, those type of materials, man. Showing there's no way to escape, showing that we need salvation at the end of the day. And this shit, forever chemical, if I'm not mistaken, it doesn't break down. That's why there's hence the word forever chemical. It's a compound that cannot be broken down. And this shit is found in people's systems, man. One of the many reasons why flesh and blood shall not inherit. That's why you shouldn't be proud. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but the Lord said these things was going to happen, man. You know what I'm saying? What it says also, man, we shall eat our food. Because, this shit gets in our food and our water supply. Real quick. I believe it's Ezekiel. Just bear with me. Ezekiel, the 4th chapter. Yeah, 4 and 13. Ezekiel 4 and 13, the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their food, eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. And the Lord said, we're going to eat our food defiled, man, among the Gentiles. And that's another, way our food is being defiled, man, through the different chemicals that they put in our food, right along with all the many other shit that they doing with our food. Whether they torturing these animals, the chemicals from the different hormones released into our meats. There's a way in how you even supposed to, slaughter the animal according to the law, man. So Lord knows what this devil, he might be sodomizing the animals. You know what I'm saying? Shooting up, doing his thing, and then before you know it, that shit served on your plate. That's why we got to pray over our food. More importantly, that's why we need to get the hell up out of it. We need salvation. That's why the Lord said, this place is not our rest. You know what I'm saying? So let's go back to this article real quick. It said, Guardian analysis of water samples from around the U.S. shows that the type of water testing relies on, those people, is so limited in scopes that it's probably missing significant levels of PFAS pollutants. It said the undercount leaves regulators with an incomplete picture of the extent of the PFAS contamination and reveals how millions of people may be facing an unknown health risk in their drinking water. And you would think that people would be marching for this, protesting for this, speaking out against this. But what they're speaking out against, the right, whether they not they have the right to murder their child, or I'm a weirdo and I want to be accepted, or whatever the case may be, man. You know, these people need to be taken the fuck out of power, man. And this shows how mentally and spiritually destroyed the people out here in Babylon the Great, especially you tribes, man. And like I said, this shit is in everywhere, man. And even if you buy bottled water, hey, you still got to take a shower in this shit, man. It says the analysis checked water samples from PFAS hotspots around the country with 2 types of tests. And them people development methods that detects 30 types of approximately 9,000 PFAS compounds, and another that checks for a marker of all PFAS. The Guardian found that 7 of the 9 samples collected show higher levels of PFAS in the waters using a test that identifies the markers for PFAS, man. Damn. You know? It said PFAS ties to cancers, jumping down. PFAS ties to cancers. To ties to cancer, PFAS are a class of chemicals used since the 1950s to make thousands of products repel water, stains, and heat. They are often called forever chemicals, as you can find in your Teflon, your stainless steel, and all that shit. Hey, showing that, and I believe that demonic family, the DuPonts, are one of the main people, because they was the ones that, you know, they through their products they was selling. A lot of people was getting sick, and they knew about this shit, but yet they didn't do nothing about it, man. They are often called forever chemicals because they do not fully break down and accumulate in an environment, humans and animals. Some are toxic at low levels and has been linked to cancer, birth defects, kidney disease, liver problems, decreased immunity, and other serious health issues. And it have not, since this devil been ruling, cancer been what, going up? Because ultimately he's the cancer of the earth that needs to be rooted. The Biden administration in June announced new actions aimed to protect it. And these niggas ain't gonna do shit. Meanwhile, they sending billions of fucking dollars over into Ukraine to help fund a goddamn war. But meanwhile, you starving over here, barely got ends to meet, you know what I'm saying, drinking your bottle of well-kept forever chemicals. And whatever fucking poison they got in. Because I was checking out this video real quick. The beloved elder Yasharamba, this is his page 2 through. He be posting some funny things on here, man. Just bear with me. Check this shit out, man.
Descartes. There have now been over 100 animal studies which shows that fluoride damages the brain. There have also been 23 IQ studies, most of them from China, but one from India, one from Iran, and one from Mexico.
And mind you, this shit is in our toothpaste, in our water supply, and it's fucking people up, man. But yet nobody's marching for this shit, to speak out against this. Like I said, they marching whether or not they want to go to the hitman office and get that damn baby sucked out of them, man. And this is one of the many reasons why the Heavenly Father is going to come, is ready to destroy this place, man. But I'm going to continue watching this video.
Mexico, which show an association between moderate exposure to fluoride and lowered IQ in children. And I actually visited the villages where one of these studies was done. It was a very good study. They controlled for lead, they controlled for iodine. Most of the villages were almost identical. The 2 villages were almost identical.
And mind you, man, this is the same devil. On top of this, what he's doing, he's chemtrailed in the skies. And that's why the Lord says this real quick. I'm going to jump back to that video. Spirit jumped on me. Revelations 11 and 18, and it reads, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and at the time of the dead that they should be judged, and thou shalt give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints and them that fear thy name, small and great." And this is the point I wanted to get. And shit has destroyed them which destroyed the earth, man. Who's them that's destroying the earth? The Edomites. Starting with the small hats, right along with the elites of these other nations, but mainly the Edomite, man. Because he has the power in his hand, the funds, the sources, the resources to stop things of this nature. But yeah, he's funding what? Filth. But it's either pedal rings, wicked ass music, Black Lives Matter, shit like that, man. That's what this nigga's funding. That's what he using his money for. Or to open up fucking portals so more demons can come on the earth. It's the type of shit that this nigga's on, but meanwhile, your water's polluted. Meanwhile, your air is polluted. Your food is defiled. You got genetically modified food, man. Now they changed it to what the bioengineering, man. Same wicked practice and acts, but under a different name, so people won't, you know what I'm saying? But when we bring these things out, people look at us like we the fucking crazy. But meanwhile, this nigga soul that is lifted up is not upright in him, man. Let's continue watching this video, then I'm gonna pull out some precepts and close out.
Identical, except for the fact that their well water was different. And the author of this study estimated that the IQ would be lowered at 1.9 parts per million. And that offers no adequate margin of safety for children drinking water at 1 parts per million when you consider the massive range of sensitivity to any toxic effect, and the fact that once you put fluoride in the water, you can't control the dose. Another concern, which many of us have had for many years, is fluoride's impact on the thyroid gland. For between the 30s and the 50s, doctors in Argentina...
You got a lot of people, catching thyroid cancer, man. My grandma was dealing with that issue, man. And ever since this devil, especially America's conception, especially since the quote unquote industrial revolution, cancer been going up.
Argentina, France, and Germany were giving patients with hyperthyroidism, overactive thyroid gland, sodium fluoride tablets to lower thyroid function. And the doses that they were using were between 2.5 and 4.5 milligrams per day, treated by many people drinking fluoridated water. For example, the Institute of Medicine...
Real quick, I had to pause the video because I want to look up something real quick. Let's look up the function of the thyroid. It says your thyroid is a small butterfly-shaped gland situated at the base of the front of your neck, just below the Adam's apple. Hormone produced by the thyroid gland is tyrosine, if I'm saying that correctly, and tyrosine. Slack if I'm mispronouncing these words, have an enormous impact on your health, affecting all aspects of your metabolism. It says this is the function. The thyroid controls your metabolism, and that's what you see a lot of people having metabolism issues, man. With few specific hormones, T4 contains 4 iodide atoms, and T3 contains 3 iodide atoms. These hormones are created by the thyroid, and they tell the body T cells how much energy to use. Damn. And this is just affecting people's, man. You wonder why you're sick, you're tired all the time. It
actually advises people to...
Got headaches, body aches. Some days you feel lethargic, like you ain't there, man. It's this fucking food that we eating, right along with the chemtrails, the chemicals. This whole fucking system, we're constantly being blitzed with all kinds of chemicals, man. And call Allah Yahweh Shemi Awashai for the fact that, through him, man, we're still alive, man. Because like the scriptures say, it was up to this devil, man. No flesh shall be saved, man. Check out some more of this video, then, bring some precepts and close out.
Drink 3 liters of water a day. So clearly then they would be in the range for lowered thyroid function. And once again, as in many of these other issues, the fluoridating countries, including the United States, are simply not doing the studies. They're not investigating to see if there's a relationship between fluoridation and lowered IQ.
Because they don't give a fuck. Esau don't give a fuck about, and excuse my French, but it is what it is, man. Esau don't give a fuck about nothing, man. This devil don't even give a damn by himself. This is the same man that stick his rod in any goddamn thing. Think about that. These the same people that kidnap children and torture them just so they can get that that youth serum. These the same people that hump and wall and suck blood from baby rods, man, as a circumcision ritual, which is not in the law at all, showing that these people are not the children of the Most High. And I'm speaking about the small hats, right along with the rest of you fucking Edomites, man, and right along with all you heathens, man. You are not fit to rule, and that's why the Lord said all of you finna go into captivity, man.
Fluoridation and arthritis, fluoridation and hypothyroidism. Key health studies have not been done in fluoridated countries. If you don't look, you don't find. They would like to imply, because they don't see anything, there's nothing wrong. But if they're not looking, they won't find.
And you can check this video out on your own. Like I said, it's the beloved elder Yasha Rama page, 2 through and info. You check that video out. You also go to this news headline. If you want to look up this article right that I was reading about earlier, news break app that I got on my phone. You can check that article out on your own. But I'm gonna bring us a couple of precepts and then close out. Cause this devil, man, he needs to go. Let's go to Isaiah. I had 24 open up. And that's why we need salvation, man. And you tell these things to Jake, and Jake just don't give a fuck. Jake worry about a buck and a nut. You know what I'm saying? This is Isaiah 24 and 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languish and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish, and everybody is languishing. Everything is defiled, is destroyed, man. It's polluted. It said, verse 5, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. And you believe in a righteous world that'll be allowed? Hell no, man. Meanwhile, this devil got fucking gold stacked ceiling high. You know what I'm saying? As far as the eye can see, and I'm just, over exaggerating, but you get the drift, man. This devil got so much fucking money. And I bring up gold because gold is used as, you can actually consume gold. It purifies your body. Purifies water, if I'm not mistaken, man. Like I said, this devil, man, he spends trillions of dollars to go out and do wickedness, but yeah, he can't fix some issue as that. But meanwhile, that was a Jake, I believe it was in Detroit or Michigan, that pretty much created a machine that made water from thin air. That made water from air, man. And then somehow, some way, his machine get destroyed, man. Or somebody fucked with this machine, I believe, man. You gotta wonder who was up to that. We already know who's behind that, man. The Edomite. Cause why? He's the harbinger of death, man. He is death. It said, therefore hath the curse devoured the earth. He's the curse going back to Cain. And they that dwelt therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burnt, and few men left, man. These people don't give a damn. The wine mourneth, and the vine languish. All the merry heart do sigh. the mirth of the tabrets cease, and the noise of them that rejoice endeth, and the joy of the heart cease. And you seeing the mirth being ceased. People are fucking polluted. People are facing depression. Because these chemicals, man, it does not only affects our body physically, but it affects us mentally as well. That's why mental health issues is on the rise, man. A lot of people are mentally sick out here, deranged, psychos, from the chemicals that they put in the food, from the chemicals we consume in other ways, man. That's why the Lord called this place the land of the Chaldeans, man. That's why it also says, real quick, let's go to Isaiah 14, because when this devil get taken out, man, the trees is going to rejoice. Let's start at 14. Isaiah 14 and 4, because who's the main pushers of this shit? Who's the main one? The small hats, especially here in Babylon, America, man. It said, Isaiah 14 and 4, and call Allah Yahweh Shema Shah 144. It said, thou shalt take up a proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city cease. The Lord has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepters of the rulers. And how the Lord is breaking the staff of the wicked? He's already crumbling the strength of the wicked, the rulership of the wicked. What? Through this word going out, man. They say, he who smote the people in wrath with the continued stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hither, man. It said the whole earth is at rest and is quiet, and they break forth into singing, man. The whole earth is going to be at rest when this fuck get taken out of power, man. It say, yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no fella is come up against us, man. Even the trees are going to rejoice, and we're likened unto trees as well. You know what I'm saying? So everything is going to rejoice when this devil is getting taken out of power, man. It's going to be through the Lord, man. What it says real quick, Sirach 10, we always bring these same scriptures out, but hey, we're going to continue to bring these things out until this devil get taken out of power, man. I'm going to start at 8. Ecclesiasticus 8 and Ecclesiasticus 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. And that's one of his unrighteous dealings, man. One of his injuries. You're destroying people, man. You got children catching that shit, dying at a young age. Cancer. How you 5 years old, you got fucking stage 4 cancer, man. Think about that, man. You think that'd be going on in a righteous world? And why is this going on? Because the man of sin is ruling, man. The son of perdition. Esau, the son of destruction, man. His whole MO is death, 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 man. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And that's what you see in this system. This devil is being called out on all levels, man. He's being exposed for what he really is, man. He's a devil. He's a demon. It said, verse 9, why is earth and ashes proud? There's not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. And through his covetousness, man, his strong desire to have something that is not his, he's willing to destroy life itself to attain that, man. Just so he can just have it. See, this devil, he got all these riches and all the wealth of the world. You would think a man with all that would try to force society, make everybody's lives better. But what he's doing, he's destroying everything in the process, man. This nigga got just gold just sitting there collecting dust. You think in a righteous world we just gonna have gold just stored some way collecting dust? Hell no, we're gonna utilize that gold, man. It said that is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, for such as one setteth his own soul to sell, because while he liveth he cast away his bowels. And that's the Edomite. And why should you follow a man that don't even give a fuck about himself? He don't care about his latter end. Remember, this is the same nigga that sold his birthright and then lied about it for some uncooked food, man. Now he's running the earth, trying to put a karagami in your ass and put you in virtual reality, man. This is the type of shit this nigga's on, man. This nigga just crashing planes into food plants so he can systematically bring in a famine, so he can, yeah. And it's the Lord that's putting this stupid spirit on this nigga to do this stupid shit, because the Lord's using him to destroy his own kingdom. It said, verse 10, and the physician cut off the long disease, and he is today a king, tomorrow shall die. And who's the physician? Yahweh Shah, man. That good physician that's finna cut off this long cancer to the earth, so earth can flourish, man. And that cancer being the Idumean, the Idumeans, the Edomites, especially with the small hats, man. The witches and warlocks of this society, man. The modern day Chaldeans. You know? Real quick. Lake of fire. Because that's what's coming to this place. Fire, man. To burn all that fucking plastic that this nigga... Just plastic every goddamn way. You walk in... You try to take a nice walk into the forest or some shit, and it's motherfucker a plastic bottle in a tree. Or old ass flaming hot Cheeto bag floating on a branch. That's why in the kingdom, man, you niggas gonna clean, these devils gonna clean up all that shit, man. It says, Revelations 19:19, and I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his armies. And the beast was taken, and it's the beast about this system, this, you know what I'm saying? And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophets, that's those witches and warlocks, there's scientists, right along these lower level false prophets, whether it's the TD snakes, all these motherfuckers gonna be destroyed, man. Creflo Dollar, Joel Osteen, Peter Popoff. And with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him. And you know what I'm saying? Those nuclear scientists as well, man. Which he deceived with, it said, and that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that received the mark of the beast, and them that worship his image. These were both cast alive into the lake. I mean, into the lake of fire burning with brimstone, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to come to this place, destruction. So that's the one I wanted. Yeah, that was the one. You know, hold on real quick. I could. Yeah, I got that. Let's get Revelations 20:10. And the devil that deceived them that was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beasts and the false prophets are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever, man. And that's what's gonna come. The false prophets, you know, these different scientists and all this shit. Cause who's the ones creating these different chemicals? Who's playing with these different chemicals? Not say creating, but who's the one who's mixing these different chemicals together to come up with different products? It's these damn scientists, man. You know? So I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to make this too long. You know, Lord willing, this video was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shah. I want to say, call for like Yahweh Shemel Shah by Shem Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and as always, peace and salutations to those elect and the society who push the truth throughout the folk on his earth. Shalom. And a Bob, a ball.